Before the mobile phones with integrated cameras, which are driven by software, came almost on everyone's hand, and people started taking digital photographs, adjusting automatically based on programs that has been fed already into the computer. Photography used to be an exotic subject. I remember during my childhood, cameras were in very few hands, and most of these cameras used to be click and shoot. Very advanced cameras used to be very expensive, making it beyond the reach. But however, hardcore photographers who professed either photography as their profession or their hobby used to get photographic equipment like tripods, like camera reflectors, flash bulbs, and high-end cameras, investing significant amount of their saving. And after that, it used to be a long lesson capturing the mood, capturing the image, portrait photography, special occasion photography, nature photography, action photography. Now, with the advent of mobile cameras, whether the core of photography is completely out of the door, or we have a few things which we have to still follow in order to get good photographs, even when you are shooting with a mobile phone in your hands. One such thing is light. Playing with the light has never gone out of fashion. There used to be three or four things with which you could play with light. One is the aperture setting. Depends on how much light or how much spread you are giving to your camera. In low light, one used to follow the ISO standards. The other thing is exposure. How long your camera shutter will open. 1 by 1,000th of a second, 1 by 100th of a second. Today we speak of light, and the photographer's language of light is called available light and ambient light. Ambient light is the natural light, which again could be hard light and could be soft light. Hard light is when sun is at its peak. Now available light is light that is ambient plus all other equipment that you may get. Like you may get a reflector, you may get a filter, you may get a diffuser. And many of the major cameras, I see friends buying very high-end cameras, but using it just on the auto mode. They use the same aperture setting and the same exposure setting while shooting a sunset as they do it while shooting indoor. It is like, buying a high-end iPhone just to send text messages or do chat on WhatsApp. So first understanding ambient light and how to enhance or reduce that ambient light using the equipment that you have to make it into available light. Light that is coming high level, which is known as the highlight in photography, that is light coming from right above. It gives a complete different expression because of the shadow. Somebody is dancing on a dance floor that is fully lit. The image of that low light will be of a different genre. Now, the light in the front and light in the back, the adjustment of the person and putting the frame of whatever picture you are taking to vary the amount of light that is coming from the front or coming from the back is equally important. The other thing that professional photographers want is the color of the light, whether it is warmer or cooler. Sunlight is considered cooler in the photographic language because bright sunlight makes all the features look absolutely at rest, and it brings a blue kind of a background. Low light, on the other hand, is known as warmer, but the tone from blue comes to something like orange. Even while editing, it is very important to have this sense of light. The other thing that I have seen people struggling is the white balance. The function of white balance is to adjust the available light so that the photograph appears neutral and you can do adjustment later on while editing. Another important thing is the use of reflectors. Reflectors always need not be the professional camera reflectors, which it lights up the subject and makes the details very, very visible. So as I told you, don't need a professional reflector. A simple large white sheet is also enough. Just try to reflect whatever light is available, if it is sunlight, towards the areas of the picture. And if you use a newspaper even to reflect on it, then you will see the difference. My last point about light, how to take photographs in low light conditions. Many of the advanced camera has an auto adjustment function, but even then the exposure time is generally increased when you are taking picture in a low light condition, because the exposure suddenly, if it goes from 1 by 100 second to, let us say, 1 second, or even 1 by 10 second, then blurring will happen, because whatever may be the small shake in your hand or small vibrations in your hand, that will get enlarged in the picture that you have. So best is to hold a stabilizer, or better still, use a tripod. Make the exposure a little longer, but set the ISO to a little lower level. That you can do either using the manual setting or the aperture priority. With digital camera, playing has become very, very easy. I hope these light related tips will help you in making great pictures, even when you are using a very basic camera like like a mobile camera. Thank you very much.